We're here.
Hey.
All three of us are here today.
We got us all back, guys.
That song is always catchy, right?
Yeah, it's not, I wouldn't call it a song.
Never
like
doesn't just not hit. Yeah, that jingle. We're going to add some words onto that at some point.
Yeah.
When we get better at life and actually help Chris out and give him some cool quotes.
Okay, but hold on real quick. Let's not bury the lead here.
Yes.
Your Los Angeles Lakers are NBA champions. How does that feel, guys? I feel okay?
Dude, congrats. We all said it to each other. Congrats. We are NBA champs. It feels unreal. It still doesn't feel, literally, like when I say unreal, it still doesn't feel that LeBron's on the Lakers and we got AD and we won the chip. But it happened and we were here for it. Me and Daniel watched the chip 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're experiencing another championship together. It's pretty awesome.
Full circle. We were teenagers and now we're grown adults, kind of, sort of.
Some sort of.
Is that what we call each other?
Close to it, right?
Yeah, I got to send my ring size to the Genie Bus and the Lakers to make sure.
That's our team. Let's go.
Because I get one.
What are your guys' thoughts? Obviously, a lot of people in the last 2 years, and this is what we were talking about, a lot of very big NBA analysts that get paid a lot of money to do this and cover sports. We're bashing on the Lakers. We were not even top 5 projected to win the finals, bro, which is pretty crazy before the season started.
Not even top 4 to come out of the West. A lot of people were saying some ridiculous, and Daniel was trying to pull up the quotes and the receipts. He says he has some in his head. I have some in my head too. Just Marcellus Wiley is the biggest one that comes to mind, and just how much he hated on us. Windhurst, or what's her name? I'm sorry.
Brian Windhorst?
And Wojnarowski. He hasn't tweeted anything about the Lakers winning.
What's his deal?
Woj can suck one, bro.
Why is he on that? I feel that's weird.
Bro, it's very weird. The whole configuration of them. Everybody's just kind of stuck their tail between their legs, and I love it. Like, shut up.
I love it. I think the biggest thing was the amount of people, and like, I think James Worthy said it best, that literally, like, everyone, the narrative in the offseason, they had to have been getting paid, because you don't see this amount of people hate on the Lakers. I mean, you do because we're the Lakers, but it seemed like a little out of sorts to be thinking that, like, that LeBron and AD weren't going to mix perfectly. Like, people were just out of pocket with all that shit. And so much money had to have been spent trying to get that media, trying to I guess you would say,
discredit what they've done.
Discredit the Lakers.
I don't necessarily think that they went out and got paid in particular, but I do think there is some sort of a snowball effect. I do think that a lot of the, what are they called? So-called basketball experts, the talking heads on TV. I think a lot of them do kind of resent a little bit of the Lakers, because I feel like they've been forced to talk about them because that's the headline news. Everybody wants to hear about the Lakers. They're the Cowboys. They're the Yankees. They're, all that stuff. But I also kind of feel like they kind of snowballed off of each other. I think a handful of experts, being guys like Windhorst and Woj and Jackie McMullen and all those people, like, they talked about, I picked the Clippers. And I think a lot of those other experts kind of rolled with that, not wanting to sound different or like a contrarian, did not want to sound stupid. Like, if they're all picking the Clippers, if I pick the Clippers, I'm not going to look dumb. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Well, no, what Aaron was alluding to, you like that word? I think I used that twice.
You used the second time.
Wow, off air and on air, boom. No, but what Aaron was talking about was that there was a high-level NBA executive for the Lakers, and James Worthy was on the picture, that's what you're talking about, that said that the Clippers had spent, and this is probably credit to their bald owner. I can't think of his name right now. I'm bashing on bald people, even though I'm bald.
Steve Ballmer.
Cool. Not going to give him credit until you get to the playoffs and deep run, okay? Anyways, they said that he paid the media a lot of money to create this narrative that they were going to be the favorites in the NBA Finals.
I don't.
Did you see that?
No, that was said before the season started. That was said all off season. I just think that's a little too much.
Oh.
I don't think that would happen.
Well,
I think
it seems weird. No?
It could be that. I'm not saying that's totally out of the
I think it's just the NBA trying to create that villain thing, trying to go, like, versus, I don't know, it's just trying to create a storyline. And it worked. We were always talking about the Battle of the LA all year. Reasonably so, too. But to say, like, I've, like, Skip Bayless, I was listening to him on the way here. And for him to say, like, the Lakers avoided the Clippers, the Lakers walked this, they should get an asterisk around this. Many NBA players and past NBA players have said this is arguably the hardest championship to win. They have been playing basketball for 12 goddamn months. This is absurd. This has been easily the hardest one, in my opinion, to be away from your families, to be in a bubble, just just the amount of stress that you can be mentally and physically having games back in every 2 days, seemingly, especially with the finals. Yeah, you don't travel, but regardless, you're still not sleeping in your own bed. There's no home court advantage.
That's what I was about to say.
A lot of disadvantages for being in this. It was, in my opinion, the hardest one.
If anything, the Lakers were at a disadvantage. They had the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Exactly.
They had no home court advantage, and not to mention Staples Center in LA is a very rocking crowd. It's not like our home court advantage. That would definitely intimidate those other teams more than anybody would get intimidated on the Lakers.
Do you think those role players from Miami would have done shit if we had our
rookie Duncan Robinson
being in the Lakers, being in Staples Center? Staples Center would have been rocking, and
that's what I was.
Dude, there's no way.
Exactly all I was going to say. You guys hit the nail on the head. It's like, number one, yeah, like you said, first seed, all home court advantage the whole way. You think Staples Centers is okay for a home crowd? Yeah, it's really arguably the best, right? So there's that. Then all the young guns, bro. Number one, they have no families. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, they have no families and wives and kids to go home to at night. They're just playing AAU travel tournaments, which they did 2 years ago, right? So they're like, oh, I remember this from last year. Like, the veterans are the ones that took the L in this, right? I mean, the LeBrons, the Rondos, everybody on the Lakers, it was a detriment to us, if anything. That's why you saw the Suns do so damn good. It's because these young teens with hoopers and shooters, they were just playing at LA Fitness, doing the damn thing.
And then sitting in their rooms playing video games. Like, that's what this generation does. It's perfectly built to fit them.
If anything, that's why the Nuggets, that's why the Heat, that's why the Suns, they did so good, in my opinion, is because they're playing AAU, which they're 3 years removed from, and they're playing at LA Fitness with no Staples Center fans bitching and moaning at them because they would have had the moment be too big for them. It really sucks to be a 1 seed and have 0 home court advantage and still get it done, bro. Like, that's what the Lakers did. You know, you had all the pressure in the world on LeBron James's shoulders, and he absolutely handled business, bro, with AD, with the credit to all of our role players. Like, that's outstanding work, bro. This guy shot 59% on the
64% for the playoffs.
64%, yeah.
I meant for just the finals.
I think it actually was for the finals. I think it's 60. It was up 59% the final.
You were just talking about it. Remember, you said it was like 64.
Regardless,
62. It was 62%. 64%. You're right. Absolutely right. Sorry, 64% in the finals, which is number 1. He's second place is him.
At 62.
Okay,
at
62.
At 3 is Charles Barkley.
3 is Charles Barkley. 4 is him.
Yeah, LeBron again. And
so
then,
what
and then
are we
Shaq
talking
at 61%,
about?
number 5.
With the weight of the world on his shoulders, with all the Lakers fans saying you better get it done for Kobe Bryant, with the Clippers at your helm, with the media against your back, with them saying you're old, so many things going LeBron against his way, and he was able to get it done in smooth fashion. Very impressive.
I just think it's really incredible, like you were saying, like, when LeBron first came here, there was this narrative he has to get it done in LA. Is there a way? Is he going to find a way to get a title?
Was that the narrative? I felt the narrative was he was coming to LA to be a 6'9" Kevin Hart. I thought that was the narrative.
There's a handful of different stories.
There was a couple narratives.
That was one of it. He was in his mogul part of his career where he's done winning titles and trying to compete. He came here for the money and the.
He was going to win an Emmy before a championship.
Yeah,
right?
all
Apparently.
this shit. Like,
that was that one. I don't even know that analyst. He got fired like 2 years ago, probably.
It's just the pressure of LeBron James bringing a title to the Lakers is gone. He came here after the worst 6 years that the Lakers have ever experienced in their franchise history. Had a year where we had us in 4th place in good position to make the playoffs, got hurt. Second year around, now we got a title. Next year, do we think LeBron's going to fall off? Because we've been saying that for about 5 years now.
I haven't been saying it, bro. I think this guy repeats. And I think this is... what's a dynasty? You know, is it 3 years? Is it 4 years? Is it 5 years? Is it just a couple of years? What is considered necessarily a dynasty? Because we were just talking about the Golden State dynasty.
Is it?
I think the Lakers, and that was kind of a hypothetical. I want you guys to answer this. I think the Lakers, AD signs. AD is going to resign. That's inevitable. I know he said what he said, where he's like, I don't know where I'm going to go. He does. Come on, guys.
Well, he doesn't need the Lakers anymore. He got his title. Now he can go play wherever he wants.
Nah, fuck that. He's going to stay here. He's going to be in the line of big man. LeBron, he signed for next year. He's already has that 4th-year option. He can stay another 2 years. So technically, 3 years again with AD and LeBron signed. LeBron said he has more years left to him. I don't see why he doesn't re-sign with AD. You know what I mean? Don't tell me why he doesn't sign another 3-year or 4-year with the Lakers and continue this run with AD with him at the helm. And he said, I think he goes in for another 6, if not longer, bro. I think he's going to be number 1 in points by the time he's done. He's going to be top 5 in assists. He's going to be top 5 rebounds. He's going to be not even in question. In my opinion, it's not even a question now. I mean, obviously people are going to debate. He's the GOAT. He is the greatest ever in the universe. And I think his stats are going to, by the time he's done, everyone's going to have to agree, and he's going to win minimum 2 with the Lakers. I think there's a possibility of winning more.
I think he goes 2 more years, which is what he's on contract for, right?
Yeah.
I think he goes 2 more years, maybe wins 1, hopefully wins 2. That'd be outstanding.
Repeat?
And then, just follows his son and then just kind of tails off that way. I think he has 2. I really think he has 1, like, I'm the best in the league, and then he starts tailing off after the next year, unfortunately.
What makes you think that? For him he just averaged 30, 12, and 9, and you're saying he's going to tail off at the end of next year? What makes you think that? Like, you were one of the guys that were saying that he's not going to tail off, and all of a sudden he's going to tail off? There's literally nothing that showed me he's going to tail off.
He can't do it forever.
Dude, he fucking might, bro. This guy's a freak.
Aaron, I didn't say... You're right. I didn't say he'd tail off, but I just meant he wouldn't tail off this year, like just little things, bro. Like I saw him conserve his energy just a tad bit more. He's got a ton of miles. Like, this dude is just being a freak at this point. Like, no one's played the amount of minutes this guy's done and just been at this level. His longevity is far and away better than anybody's in the world. He spends $1 million on his body every year, so maybe he can get it done, but Father Time's got to catch up at some point, I don't know. I'm hopeful 100%, bro, but I don't know.
You look at the construction of this roster, everybody's going to be off the books when it comes to 2021, the year after this upcoming year. And I do think they also have a little bit of wiggle
room. Except for AD if we sign him.
Well, yeah. But I also think that they're going to have a little bit of wiggle room with the cap this year. Plus, because we just won a title, we're going to get a bunch of mid-level exceptions of guys who are going to take pay cuts to go win a title. I think next year's going to be set up looking well. I think this team's going to play free. I don't think AD is going to have any kind of pressure. And I think LeBron's going to be LeBron. And I'm very confident going into next year.
Yeah.
Let's worry about next year before we start worrying. And plus, I feel like the Clippers are falling apart. What are they going to get? Ty Lue? You just got this so-called all-time great coach, and Doc Rivers ran out of the building. And Ty Lue's going to be the guy. If it wasn't for LeBron James coming back from 3-1 against the Warriors, Ty Lue wouldn't have been any kind of coach for consideration anywhere.
I know we're not going to look ahead till next season yet because we're going to just enjoy it. But 2 things I do want to talk about. Number 1, who do you think the Clippers signed? Did we talk about that last week or no?
We didn't.
We didn't. Who do you think the Clippers signed? And then number 2, is Giannis going somewhere else aside from the Bucks? Because, you guys go. Go ahead, Aaron. You start.
Just from those 2 things, it was kind of a little off topic, but
I know.
Clippers, if they do re-sign someone, it's just mid-level. They're going to be ring chasers kind of too. But didn't everyone just say that they had the best makeup of a team, and they just blew a 3-1 lead to Denver? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't really know what you got to do to the Clippers. Is adding Ty Lue the big answer? Absolutely not, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought Doc Rivers was never the answer. Can you guys hear me pretty well about that?
Yeah, decent, yeah.
Okay, but I never really liked Doc Rivers. I never liked Doc Rivers, rather. Ty Lue is not the answer.
He's always underperformed severely. I don't know what.
He's blown 3-1 leads multiple times in his career in a playoff.
One chip out of the Celtics with KG, Ray Allen.
Am I stoked about that chip? I don't know, dude.
Of course not.
But with that being said, I think people are still going to want to come to the Clippers. You know what I mean? They're still...
I meant their coach, bro. That's what I meant. My bad.
Who do you think?
Sorry, yeah.
Ty Lue. I think Ty Lue would be that guy too, just because he has a championship on his resume.
Gotcha.
I guess. I mean, we went and got Frank Vogel, who just had an atrocious time down in Orlando, but LeBron trusted him. He trusted LeBron, and here we are. You know what I mean? So it's not always about that credentials that gets you there. It's who's the best coach for your team. And Bomber, he can throw all the money he wants, bro. You can have all the money you want. You can buy our old stadium. You're still going to be the little brother, and you guys are not going to get over that hump. I don't think the Clippers ever get over that hump.
Dude, As far as Vogel goes, yeah, he had a bad shake on the Magic, but like
They're going
at the
through so
same
much
time, he went to
transition.
the Eastern Conference Finals against the Heat, and he had Roy Hibbert in the All-Star game, bro. What? A year before he went to the Lakers, by the way, this dude literally can't get a fucking credit card under his feet when he jumps. He cannot bench press 135 pounds and can't do a push-up. Did you know that? Roy Hibbert, bro.
Yeah, Roy Hibbert's trash.
And he was an all-star. Like, I mean, those are weird things that I'm stating, but that's real facts. Like, actually, if you look up Roy Hibbert, he had Lance Stevenson. That Pacers team was dope, bro. And that's a credit to Frank Vogel and his sweet defense. Like, Paul George, Danny Granger on that team. That was a dope-ass team. So I'm high on Frank Vogel.
David
but
West, George Hill, they were stacked. They had lots of guys.
George Hill, too.
So I kind of want to get off the Clippers. I kind of want to get back to the Lakers on top of that. But with the Giannis thing, I'm not even going to mention that. Giannis, I think he stays. I think Chris Paul comes. I think they fuck around and try to run it again, because if not, he's going to leave. If not, then you got to find a way to trade him. They had that long conversation after they got bounced. I don't know what they do. Honestly, I don't really care. They're in the East. I like the Bucks, but guess what? Our Antetokounmpo got a chip before he did. So shove it up your ass. Our role players, and you're talking about our guys next year. I wanted to what were your thoughts after Danny Green laid that egg in Game 5? After KCP started the season really badly, and then even in the playoffs, he started the playoffs 0-9. Remember the first game of the playoffs?
Yeah,
he went 0-9, and everyone was after his ass. Dude, he just came in second behind Kobe Bryant for the most made threes in a postseason run with 45. You know what I mean? And Danny Green on this postseason had 43. So I know we were giving them shit. They both showed up big time last game. Caruso had only 4 points, but he had 5 assists. Great defense again. He had our best plus minus like he always does. Out of all the role players, which ones are you wanting to recoup for next year? I know Kuzma is going to be a free agent next year. KCP is on an unrestricted, right?
No, we signed him to a 2-year deal. Most of these guys, we got him for 2 years.
And then Rondo, we would have to re-sign as well, because he was on a 2-year deal last year.
I think so.
And then Caruso signed a 2-year deal this year, so we still have him for next year. Out of all these role guys, even Dwight Howard, the ones that I just mentioned mostly are not Danny Green and KCP, but they're under $10 million total between those 4 players. They're going to be requesting a lot more. Who do you extend? Who do you release? I know we didn't really want to get too far, but just speaking role players, who do you really want to recoup from this season?
Well, I think most of the guys, sorry, Dan.
No, go ahead.
I think most of the guys are on 2-year deals, like you said. I actually think that they brought Rondo back this last season to sign a 2-year deal. I think he was a free agent, so I think he's signed through next year.
I know JaVale signed.
JaVale is. Too. I think Danny Green, he signed like a 2-year, $30 million deal.
Yeah.
I would like to find ways to package Kuzma and Danny Green to get Danny Green off the books. So that way we got 15 mil. We can go get another vet.
I agree with that. You know, I think it's going to cost us Kuz, but you know what?
To get rid of Danny Green all day.
Yeah, I kind of would agree with that. There's a lot of other players I'd kind of could fit their roles a lot better than they kind of did this year. We anticipated. Don't get me wrong, like Kuz's defense took a very good step forward. Danny Green was still Danny Green in situations, and he made some clutch shots. You know, the Mavs shot and like little shit that he did. You know what I mean? He bricked some. No one really loved him. None of his stats stand out. So I agree. If we can package him and get another good role player, I think we can find something that fills both the roles better than they did.
Because I mean, as Danny Green was up and down all year, but once we got to the playoffs, like he never got it going.
Yeah,
it was
he disappeared
3 months
in the playoffs.
It was 3 months. We're like, okay, he was really bad at first. We're like, he'll get it together. All right, Danny Green, come on, time to clutch up. Oh, the finals are here, Danny Green. And then when he damn near airballed that last shot in Game 4 or Game 5, I mean, I couldn't believe it. Like, this guy has one thing he's good at. He's a good defender, not great. He's a 3-point shooter. Like, why are you here? You don't have to make the contested ones. I don't know. It riles me up. I think Avery Bradley and KCP should be our 2 starters going into next year if we're going to go with LeBron being the point guard, forward, whatever you want to call it. Dwight Howard, I'd like to bring back, but I can see him getting paid out, and I would like to bring Boogie back. I think Boogie's going to get that deal.
Just on your Dwight Howard, I think Dwight Howard is grateful for the Lakers. You know what I mean? We researched his career. We gave his Hall of Fame career a little bit more credit with the title under his belt. And in that sense, I can see them kind of maybe agreeing to a mid-level deal, but that kind of complements things if we bring back Cousins. And I think Cousins, we are more willing to, give a little bit more money to and let Dwight walk. JaVale's already re-signed. He can play the garbage minutes, you know what I mean? He can play those minutes that next to AD, so it saves him at the 5. Perfect. Great regular season guy. We didn't use him a lot in the playoffs, reasonably so. But I don't know. I'm really excited with the Lakers' future, man. We have so much flexibility. Daniel, out of all the role players that, Travis was kind of mentioning, packaging Kuzma and shit, what are your thoughts on, what our role players for this coming season? And our thoughts on it this season?
I'm looking at this screen, so I want to get this right, but the only guys I care about bringing back, aside from Anthony Davis and LeBron, of course, absolutely KCP. Danny Green, I would like to package up for Kuzma as well. I also don't know that that's a huge loss. Kuzma played 22 minutes and scored 2 points in the closeout game. Nice. Nice, bro. 1 rebound, 0 assists. What? Okay, I don't care. So get rid of Kuzi and package that up. Rondo, I want him back, bro. He was outstanding. Did I say Caruso? I want Caruso. His defense, his perimeter defense is just amazing. I think that you can even go ahead and deal Bradley, bro. And you can have Caruso and you can have KCP step into those starting spot roles.
Yeah,
I would love to have Dwight.
Depth, though. I mean, if we have him,
exactly.
might as well keep him.
Yeah,
if we have, and I would be happy to keep Avery 100%. I want to, But essentially, AD, LeBron, Caruso, Dwight, and Rondo.
Do you want to bring back Marquise?
I would love it.
I would be okay too. I would be okay too if he wants to take the number.
I think he played well enough to.
He's great, bro. He's a great enforcer. Everybody needs an enforcer, right? Mm-hmm. No one's gonna mess around with the squad because Marquise there. I like him a lot. So.
And I feel he's a lot more mild mannered than Marcus. I feel like Marcus kind of got himself into what are you doing? Chill out kind of moments. Whereas Keith was he played his role and he kept his level head, but he was also kind of the tough guy.
He's time. Yeah, you don't want to mess with that guy,
bro. So those are the kind of run it back though, right? There's really no glaring. I mean, Jared Dudley didn't get a lot of playing time. If we bring him back on the 1.3 minimum just for a locker room guy, I'm all for it. Mm-hmm. Bring him back for it, dude. Even if you play in some garbage 4 or 5 minutes, bring back Dudley. Quinn Cook, let him go. He didn't play. He was useless in my opinion. Rondo looked good. I can bring him back. Kuzma, I think he lost a lot of his value this last season, you know what I mean? So if you can somehow convince someone, because he's only 25 or 26, to package him with Danny Green and try to get someone back, maybe take on a 1-year player, or someone on a 1-year deal is what I mean, or expiring deal.
Yeah, we'd have to be through an expiring deal, or even maybe there's a guy out there that we could. He's a 3-point shooter that's actually good somewhere.
The reason I said
a shooter,
getting
bro.
rid of some of these guys is a subtraction by addition, because in my opinion, THT,
I'd love to see him play.
I would love to see him get some playing time.
Yeah.
Even Kukok,
whatever. Yeah,
Kukok,
what you're talking about.
dude, honestly, I loved him. I know he plays a lot of garbage times. Bro, you give him some legitimate time. But, dude, you're going to get some role players. We're going to get some great role players. We might even get a max guy. So, we're being devil's advocate here, and we're literally playing with house money with all these role players, in my opinion.
If we just grab 2 pretty knockdown shooters, we'd be fine. And just get rid of Kuz, get rid of Quinn, get rid of, those guys we just had made mention of. Let KCP, Caruso, and Avery Bradley be our perimeter defenders aside from AD and LeBron.
That's dangerous.
Have a couple dudes, stretch the floor, and it's a wrap. That's a wrap, bro. What?
Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson were able
to do. They're fire.
If we could just have one of those guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. We have KCP, and I think he's a knockdown shooter. He's everything.
He is. He's nice, yeah.
But we need another guy. We can't just have one.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Avery's not an offensive juggernaut. He's an add-on defense.
He can be sometimes, but we thought
he's like a mid-range guy.
Danny Green was going to be that guy that filled in, and he wasn't all fucking season.
No. We just need 2 dudes that can shoot at a 40% clip for the year and in the playoffs, and that would be disgusting.
Because KCP shot 43%. He started horribly. The first month of the season, it was more of get this guy off the floor.
Yeah.
And now he's out here making contested threes from the corner in the NBA Finals, and he averaged out to 43%.
17 points and 2 boards, bro. That's a great game for him.
And he's a hustler. He's always running on the fast breaks.
He was getting to the rim really well. He gets to the rim really well.
Sure.
I think he's our fastest player. I think he's faster than LeBron.
And he plays above the rim pretty goddamn well, bro.
He glides.
His defense is impeccable too. Like we've always talked about Danny Green. KCP is so much better than Danny Green right now, in my opinion. Just like
head and shoulders,
like
bro.
Everyone wants to suck Danny Green because he's three-peated in San Antonio and shit like that. Nah, dude, KCP is like he's legit. I love that he's our longest tenured Laker because he's gotten a lot of ridicule.
Oh, he's had such a hard time with us.
But I truly have like Daniel.
He's got paid like a friggin'. He's got paid great though, so let's not.
Daniel can attest to this. I've always been on the KCP train. I've always backed him up. I've always been like, yo, KCP is. Been like our guy, so I agree with that.
Fred VanVleet's a free agent. If we can make moves,
that would be it.
For him. That'd be a good pickup.
I'd love it.
I'm gonna go through some guys. I'm gonna pick out the top like 3 or 4 free agents,
and then we'll hop into NFL. And then we're like 40 minutes in.
I also wanted to ask, just right off the top of your heads, like, who's the biggest threat to the Lakers next year? Like, I am confident to repeat. I don't think the Rockets obviously didn't get better. Denver got better because of experience. The Celtics got better because of experience. The Heat got better because of experience. Sure. Ooh. Who's going to dethrone my Lakers? Who's going to dethrone AD, who is a top 5 player? AD solidified his top 5 playerness, and I don't think anyone dethrones us, but I want to hear the free agents, but before I do, what are your guys' biggest threats to the Lakers repeating?
I think the Clippers are going to run it back, have a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder, of course. Tyronn Lue is the same guy as Doc Rivers. It really comes down to how's leadership going to perform on that team. Maybe they get a couple more role players that are going to be more instrumental in getting them some W's. So they'll, of course, be one of the more threatening teams. Can the Bucks make some moves, extend the floor a little bit, give Giannis a few more shooters? That would be devastating because really all he needs is enough shooters to the point of, at the most, all the defending team can do is double team that guy.
I feel like he needs another creator, but yeah.
Creator, shooters, just spread the floor so that if he drives to the rack, you can't triple 4 team him and just create that wall. 4? Triple team him or quadruple team him. Yeah, triple 4 team him. 34. Is that Shaq? Nope, that's not even Shaq's number. He's 36.
Yes, it is.
Oh, nailed it.
God.
Boom.
Embarrassing.
Hey,
I'm
you're
so
welcome.
sorry.
Oh, 32 is Magic.
Oh, good job, dude.
Good job.
Yes, you're welcome for that one. Anyways, triple team, quadruple team him. That's what he's been facing in the playoffs the last 2 years is a ginormous wall. So spread the floor a little bit. Then you got the Nets, bro. Will KD come back as good as he was previously? Who knows? I think they'll be pretty good. I love all their guys around them. They made the playoffs without KD and Kyrie, so that's a good team. And then the Heat, can they pick up Giannis, which is, oh, by the way, where he's supposed to go, apparently. And that's why I wanted to talk about that, is who will the Heat grab or where will Giannis go? They're saying that.
I know. I think, but in order to do that, they got to do a trade because he's not a free agent next year.
Sure.
And they would have to trade Bam Adebayo, and they want to trade Bam and Duncan Robinson. They got to give up some people to get Giannis. And I think that culture was so solidified this year that they're confident that they can run it back with the people that they have. And I think they're confident that, they're so attractive as a franchise and what they did this year that they can get some other free agents without having to trade their marquee players, which Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Bam Adebayo are obviously the marquee players. Do they re-sign Dragic? Maybe. I think the Lakers go after Dragic. I think that would be a great pickup for the Lakers.
That'd be cool.
But I don't know. I don't think Giannis goes anywhere, and I hope he doesn't do this, but I think he kind of fucks over the Bucks. I think they don't do it again next year, and I think he leaves in free agency. Even though he told the Bucks that he's going to stay, I think he fucks around and runs it back, falls short again, and he leaves.
Yeah.
And I don't know where he goes. I think the smart place would be Golden State because the fit is amazing, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't even really want to think about Giannis leaving yet because that's scarier than shit.
The smart place would be the Heat, bro, because they got the floor spreaders too, and they're young as hell. And then he's got Jimmy with him.
But
too.
You got to trade people. That's
no. I'm saying wait a year, like you said, right?
Yeah, but we were talking about next year.
I know, but you were saying.
Oh,
right?
okay. Well, the Heat have a crap ton of picks. They have tons of picks from the
trade picks and deal
and not
either Tyler.
And you give him Bam Adebayo. Like Giannis is 10 times better than Bam Adebayo. He is.
I give up Bam. But
you give him Bam. You give him Duncan Robinson. You give him Kendrick Nunn. 2 rookies that made the All-Rookie first team, and you run forward with Jimmy, Giannis, and Tyler Hero. I think you're okay.
I think you don't even have to get rid of Bam. You can get rid of some picks.
No, you'll have to get rid of Bam.
You
I
have
think
to.
he'd be the big.
There's no way you can.
Well, what team's going to offer him better?
The Golden State Warriors.
Yeah,
for Wiggins and some picks.
Wiggins, the number 2 overall pick, a bunch of other picks, and Draymond Green.
Am I stoked about Wiggins?
No, but without Bam Adebayo, I'm taking the Golden State deal. But with Bam Adebayo, I'm taking the Heat deal.
What if Giannis is like, hey, I want to go play for the Heat? And the Heat are like, here's what we'll deal you. You want this or nothing? And we'll do it next year.
What makes Giannis? What has Giannis said and done that makes you think that? Giannis has literally said, like, I don't want to go to LA and a big market team. Is the Heat not a big market team?
Bro,
in my opinion, they're not quite to the juggernaut of the Lakers and shit like that, but they're up there. Fuck if they're not.
All I know is that when people start talking in the media, they always know what they're talking about. They talk about LeBron going to the Lakers.
The media always knows what they're talking about.
When it comes to free agency, they know, bro. Yeah. They know. Like they talked about. So just to put in perspective, this is kind of a weird scenario, but remember Girk, my roommate?
Yes, I know Girk.
His uncle is a scout for the Nuggets, and he told me like 3 months prior to LeBron going to the Lakers that LeBron was going to the Lakers. Also, he said that LeBron was going to go to the Heat like 3 months prior to that. Even actually 9 months prior to him going to the Heat. He's like, hey, LeBron's going to the Heat. And he was like a scout, but people just know this stuff.
Remember the podcast that that Mason Ireland had? I can't remember. It's Jeff Katz. He's a movie star business guy.
Yeah. A year prior.
Literally a year before LeBron signed with the Lakers, he told everybody, he's like, listen, I can't tell you how I know, but I will put my house up right now. But next year's free agency, LeBron's going to be on the Lakers. And Windhorse came on.
Windhorse was
and he
pissed.
was talking all this crap. Like, you don't know anything. LeBron doesn't even know. How will you know? And Katz is like, me and you know how this business works. We know what's going to happen.
They went heads up.
They went heads, and Windhorse got so mad at him.
Oh, he was butthurt.
And it's like, dude, we know what's going to happen. He's going to the Lakers. I'll put my house on it now.
Windhorse refused to go back on that podcast after that.
He refused.
He's like, I'm not going to do that. Windhorse, I thought you were the LeBron follower. But
even the Kawhi Leonard going to the Raptors thing, like 3 or 4 days before it happened, there was all these odds of where he would go, and then all of a sudden Vegas put out that the Raptors were the number 1 team. Everyone's like, what the hell, where's that coming from? People know stuff.
People know things about stuff.
Like, this is all
people know things about stuff. I don't know.
All right, that was enough. Lakers are championships. They are
literally championships, dude. That's what
they are. Sorry, guys. But number 17, it feels sweet. Shout out Kobe. Shout out Gigi. Shout out LeBron. Give him my damn respect. He's earned it. Let's go on to NFL, boys. Let's give our takes for next week. I did amazing on our picks, aka fucking not. Dude, I went winless.
Yeah, he went over.
Whenever you guys are listening to this and you're like, hey, who's going to win? Whoever I pick, go with the opposite.
I should have done that. Actually, Aaron, you still have a chance tomorrow if we have that Titans game.
God, and I picked against my Titans. I picked the Bills.
And you still pick. There's a lot going on in Tennessee, though, so it's
God, dude, 23 COVID tests. We just opened up. All right.
23 for the Titans?
Total with coaches and staff and players and shit like that.
Okay. But let's go over the review real quick. Here, I'll pull her.
Please, go ahead and over the review.
Hey, I got him on the big screen, boys.
Oh, shoot, okay.
So are we just going to do the games last week in general? Let's start it out.
Our picks. All right, fine. Let's do it.
Our picks were Aaron 1-0, Travis 1-2, I won 3. We all have a 5th game, so I could win 4 out of 5, which is great. You could go
3
out of 4, and Aaron, you could go 1 out of 5. Not bad, fam. 20% grade, pretty solid. We all picked the Bills,
though, didn't we?
We all picked the Beatles. To beat who?
Oh, I thought you picked the Titans. Oh, no, you
all picked.
I picked the Titans last week, but I like the Bills, bro. I'm high on them. All right, so just to recap last week's games, bro. Thursday night game, the Bucks and the Bears. The Bears are now 4-0. 4-1.
4-1.
They're 4-1. I think I picked the Bucks. That's the game that I had lost. I didn't think the Bears were for real. I still don't, unfortunately. Sorry, all my Bears fans out there. But Khalil Mack had a great game. Very high on him. Defense looks good. Nick Foles was serviceable, bro. Absolutely better than, the Mitch Trubisky. So I'm happy with Nick Foles. I love him. I'm very high on him. So that was that game. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Tom Brady forgot what down it was. It was funny.
Do you feel like he did, or do you think he was just finessing the game?
I think he forgot.
I think
Dude, he's allowed to. He's allowed to have.
He's like 47. Right?
Hey, shout out Tom because he's been laughing at himself. You know, like he congratulated LeBron with like putting his face on his floor. So like, Tom Brady Tom Brady knows he fucked up.
But
it's fine. He's allowed a mulligan.
But dude,
Tom Brady will give you a break.
Hey guys, they won 5 championships.
That wouldn't have happened in the Super Bowl. That wouldn't have happened.
Khalil Mack was up his freaking shorts all night too. Like
gross.
He was on him like a pair of socks.
Do you think the Bears are for real? Just real quick, one sentence. No?
That's my sentence.
You do?
I do. I think the Bears are going to be that little sleeper team that made that little change like the Titans did at quarterback, and they make a little run. I think the Bears are dope.
All right.
Fair enough. I like their defense. Next game, because I don't want to spend too much.
Fire.
Very quick. Ravens, Bengals. I have nothing to say. I'm sorry that Joe Burrow laid an egg, but yeah, Ravens expected to win this one.
Ravens defense, Lamar did not look good, but Ravens defense.
As expected. Move along.
Boom. Raiders, Chiefs. Wow. Raiders with the upset. They won 40-32. They hung a 40-piece on the Chiefs. So what are your thoughts on that?
I have the Chiefs in fantasy defense, so fuck
Wow,
them.
That's unfortunate, bro.
Like, they did good the week before, and I was like, dude, you motherfuckers, bro. But, dude, Derek Carr looked good. 3 touchdowns, 350. The Chiefs defense looked atrocious. Patrick Mahomes was doing Patrick Mahomes things, but you can kind of feel you're like, dude, it's not enough. And shout out the Raiders and John Gruden because they went for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, dude. I'm not going to put this in Mahomes' hands. I'm going to go for it. We're going to play to win. We're not going to play to tie. We're not going to play to lose. And they deserved it. I think the Raiders are better, a lot better than I thought they were going to be this year for sure. And I think the Chiefs defense got exposed a little bit that they have kind of all year. But I think it's just a minor setback for the Chiefs, but good on for the Raiders.
Sweet.
Chiefs can't be perfect. Raiders played out of their mind. Like you said, they went for it and they got it. Good for them.
Good for them. That's all it was. Good for them.
I've always been high on Derek Carr, just to throw that in there, so I'm happy he's doing well.
I was kind of hoping he did bad, so Mariota came in behind us.
Yeah, true. Next one, we got the Eagles and Steelers. Probably not much to say about that one, too. Eagles lost, obviously.
Who's the Steelers rookie that had 4 touchdowns?
Number 11. I just tried to
Claypool?
Claypool, bro. Dude, that guy was unreal, bro. Mm-hmm. Ben Roethlisberger had a quarterback rating of 156 throwing to him, bro. He had a rushing touchdown, 3 receiving touchdowns. Dude, this guy looked unreal. Juju was even a thought. He was an afterthought after an afterthought for Big Ben. But I think that's just because the Steelers are that good. I think like if you're on the bandwagon of Steelers, jump on, man. They look great.
Great front seven, great running game. Ben's back. They look good.
Boom. Here's a surprise, but not really because the Niners are, very banged up.
Kind of not really.
But
that's a good one.
Dolphins hang 43 points on the Niners, 43-17, just a butt whooping. Thoughts?
Nick Bosa out. Jimmy Garoppolo out.
Out because of they got him out. They took him out.
Oh, they benched him?
Oh,
they benched him. They said, "Hey, you suck."
7 of 17, 2 picks.
He was bad. They benched him.
I didn't know
that. They paid this dude $150 million.
Yeah, I wasn't able to watch that game.
Is that weird? Is that crazy?
Very weird. That is a little bit more of a topic because you'd think that Tua would have been like if there was a quarterback change in this game, that would have been it. Not necessarily.
Right?
No, dude.
Him for Chris Mullins.
Fitzpatrick had the highest quarterback rating last week.
Yeah, but when is he going to fade? This always happens with Ryan. He always does really good.
I love that beard. I love that stash, baby.
I literally love Fitzmagic.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. He always just fades.
And next week he'll throw 3 picks.
And then they'll bring in 2 on him.
And it's like, what the fuck? And then, dude, but that was kind
22 of 28, 350 yards, 3 tutties, 0 picks,
350.
and 154 QBR, baby. Let's go.
Bro,
that is fire.
Bro. I love it, bro.
Big time in him.
And it's also good for Tua to sit behind, not necessarily Fitzmagic the best, but dude, this is a journeyman quarterback that's done it, bro. And he's made it to the playoffs. I'm not saying it's the best, but this was kind of an unpredictable game that was predictable. I know, fuck me. It's not Aaron.
No, it's good.
It's not like you're sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, but you know what I mean? It's also not like you're sitting behind Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
And you guys were sucking Tyrod's dick in the beginning of the season.
He played one game and he won the game.
Dude, pull up the receipts. You guys were literally like, "Oh, this guy went to the playoffs with the Bills.
I think he
was
would have
really
been
good.
fine.
Oh, this guy's gonna be great." I'm like, "No, dude, this guy's arguably one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks in NFL history. He's one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in NFL history." And he wrote a Bills.
That's just kind of like
he wrote a Bills defense.
That.
I know, dude. It's not, bro.
I understand where you're coming from. He's not, Patrick Mahomes back there, but we have one win. It was with him. Sure, he had some bad passes and it looked a little out of sorts, but it was also the first game of the season. And it's
kind of hard to take you guys' advice. You guys are stoked about 1-4 right now on the Chargers.
Who says we're stoked about it?
Daniel was stoked about it. He was like, "Oh, we lost a good team." I'm like, "Oh, great."
All I'm doing is I'm justifying it. It's not being stoked about it.
All right, move on. Colts,
number
Browns.
2, okay, all right. Colts, Browns. We got the Browns won 32-23. What I'll say is that Phillip Rivers looks like he just doesn't have anything anymore, unfortunately. Browns look good, man. They're continuing to roll. I think they're going to be a dark horse when it's all said and done. Thoughts?
Phil sucks. He sucked last year. I cannot believe that somebody offered him a job. Blew my mind. Colts have the number 1 defense. Their top running game is fantastic right now. That's the only reason they've won any games. Baker and them going in there and winning is pretty shocking, but good for them. I hope they ride that.
I don't think it's that shocking. They have been really good. I think the Browns are, 4-1 now?
They are now, yeah.
Yeah, they've been looking really well. Their offense is starting to, I wouldn't say click, but they're looking better. Kareem Hunt has been a game changer. Even though Nick Chubb went down, they haven't missed a beat. The Colts offense, they haven't been finding their playmakers, in my opinion. T.Y. has been non-existent this whole season. Phillip Rivers does not look like he has it. I never thought he was going to be the savior for them, for everyone who thought he was going to be. The Colts are not that good. You know what I mean? They got good players and they got good people on defense, but Phil was not the answer.
It's just weird.
It is. Next one, we got the Chargers. Saints just finished up in overtime. Chargers blow another lead at half, 30-27. Daggone it. What are you guys thinking?
I don't know. I just don't like some of the decisions that the coaching staff's made. I mean, I think that Chargers getting conservative with 2.5 minutes in the first half, like running the ball, like what are we doing? Saints call timeout, go down, get a touchdown, make it a 10-point game. End of the game, we're handing the ball off, trying to do draws and stuff just to see if something will pop instead of going down and trying to win it. And what do you know?
I know, crazy.
We could have had like another 5 yards. We would have been able to make that field goal. Instead, we put our kicker in a tough spot. It's just all those little things. I think Anthony Lynn is terrified of Herbert blowing the game and him putting Herbert in like a too much, like giving him too much, which I don't understand. He's handled it spectacularly. Ever since he set foot on the field 5 minutes before he found out he was starting, he went out there and dogged it. Sure, he's made a handful of rookie mistakes, but those are rookie mistakes. No rookie's going to be perfect. I just don't like some of the stuff that's going on with this team, particularly at the top. And obviously injuries are detrimental, but everybody's going through that right now. We have to hope that they can right the ship with this bye week coming up.
I don't know. My thoughts on it is like they lost in typical Charger fashion. You know what I mean? You guys were, preaching it on the way here is they never just lose. They always give fans hope. They look great.
Let's go, baby.
Herbert had 3 first half touchdowns. He finished with 4 Monday night rookie record. Herbert has looked fantastic, dude. He's making big play after big play. On one of the rollout plays, his second touchdown to Keenan.
That was the first, I think. Maybe it was, yeah.
No, it was the second one. What stood out to me is like what I thought about was like, dude, if that was Phillip Rivers, he would have fell down.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's what the Chargers are used to. Our Charger fans are used to, just our quarterback just falling down and just tossing it up. Herbert looks like the real deal. And I'm really happy for him. It's unfortunate that he's 1-4 because I don't think the Chargers should be 1-4 at all. In my opinion, I think the Chargers should be 3-2. But the record tells the tale, and you can claim that to Anthony Lynn. In my opinion, Anthony Lynn has been responsible for 2 losses individually as a head coach. This is one of them. He got conservative in the second half. Herbert only had 1 touchdown in the second half. They stopped throwing it as much. It reminded me of the Schottenheimer days, and it's unfortunate because the Chargers should be much better than their record shows. And they've played really good quarterbacks. They played really good teams to start the year, and they've held their own. They pushed the Chiefs to overtime. They pushed the Saints to overtime. They looked good against the Bucks. So the Chargers have a lot to hang their hat on as a fans, but those moral victories get old, man. Those you know what I mean? Being 1-4 gets fucking old, and, you know, bitching about injuries, you know, bitching about field goal kicks, bitching about my coach not being conservative. That's got to be fucking old, and that's old talking about it. The Chargers need to get over that hump, and I don't know what it is. You guys were preaching that Anthony Lynn was that guy. He is not, in my opinion. I don't think Anthony Lynn is that great of a head coach. You guys sucked his dick a little bit too long, in my opinion. I don't think he's that good. I don't. You're 1-4, and I think it's Anthony Lynn's fault. I think Herbert has given you all the reasons to be a winning football team, and they're not. And it's unfortunate. That's my thoughts from the Charger season so far.
God, that scared me.
Yeah, it scared me too. I think that we're extremely decimated, as always, every single year by injuries. We need to, like I said last week.
Doesn't that gotta get old to say? That's
it
old,
does.
Man.
Dude, trust me. If you listen to the pod last week, I bitched about it for probably 20 minutes. Like, it was a long time, just about the Chargers training staff. It's been atrocious for 20 years. We always seem to go ahead and grab some guys that were really good in college, but just seem to be a little bit undersized for the NFL as well. That doesn't necessarily help because you can't hold up in a 16-game season. Then you got a shitty training staff, bro. Like, have we made that correction? No, we haven't. As far as Anthony Lynn goes, you know, I think he's better than any coach we've had in the last 10 years. Is that saying anything? No, bro, because we haven't had a good coach, and that sucks. Justin Herbert looks good, bro. Our right side of the O-line is just decimated. There's nobody there as well. That sucks for him. Austin Eckler's been out. You know, run game looks bad. Keenan Allen got hurt after the second half. Yet, old boy went 4 touchdowns and 0 picks. I'm very pleased with that. Dude I think he has like 12 or 13 touchdowns and 3 picks in 4 games, which is much, much better than Dak Prescott, by the way. Let's just talk about that. I'm going to throw that out there. I'm sorry. No, but, you know, I'm very happy on Herbert, bro. He looks great. You know, it's just time will tell. I think that we're going to do okay this season, man. Like, we faced 4 teams in a row that have a combined record of like 14 and like 4. It's pretty damn good. You know, I understand that we're 0-3, 0-4. I don't want to justify anything, but I still think that we can figure out a way to go 500, not make the playoffs, save face. Herbert feels good about himself, and then let's roll it into the next season, bro. Like, this is a long-term play. Dude's 22 years old. Trav? Did you already talk?
I already talked about it, but kind of just piggybacking on it. Like you said, we have a bye week coming up. We have all these guys with little injuries, like Keenan's back, Brian Balaga's thigh, Trey Turner's ankle, like everything on the right-hand side. If we could just have a week of healthiness, get their stuff right, boom. Herbert's going to gain some confidence. Hopefully, like, the offensive coordinator can put him in better positions to be successful. Hopefully, Anthony Lynn could be like, hey, I got to go win this now. I can't sit there and goof off. My leash is short. I would love to see it happen, but yeah. What do we got next?
All right, yeah. Next game
is the Jags-Texans. Texans finally rail off a win, which is cool. Jags aren't anything great, and I don't have anything special to say about that game at all. I don't like either team.
The funny stat I heard from this game is the Jags have lost to 3 straight times. They've lost to winless teams.
Wow.
And it's the first time in NFL history that a team has lost to 3 winless teams.
Oh, that's tough.
And that cracks me up because I called that the Texans were going to be really bad, and they are. They're 1-4, and the Jaguars are 1-4 as well. So I kind of called that both those teams are going to be bottom tier, and we're seeing it.
Yep. I have nothing to say.
Nothing to say?
Texans, Jaguars.
Panthers, Falcons, also nothing to say. I mean, Falcons fired Dan Quinn, so that was probably long overdue as heck. Adam Gase should be followed suit for the Jets, but that's coming. But yeah, Dan Quinn fired for the Falcons. Panthers get their 3rd victory of the year. They're now 3-2.
No, Falcons are 0-5. Panthers are now 3-2, and they're also
that's
on the
that's what I said.
No, you said the Falcons got their 3rd win. But anyways, the Panthers are on a 3-game win streak without CMC. I think that's the biggest surprise, too.
Yeah, they're playing great defense. I think Mike Davis, that rookie running back they got to replace him, playing well. And Atlanta's Atlanta.
There it is. Boom. Next one, Cardinals, Jets. Cardinals are being cute, man. That's all I'm going to say. Kyler Murray's been able to beat up on a couple of bad teams, and that was another one. The Jets are really, really bad. I hate Adam Gase a lot.
The Jets have one good player, and he missed that game. The fact that they only won by 20 is pretty bad.
Wait, who missed the game?
Sam Darnold didn't play.
Oh, his shoulder.
Yeah.
Le'Veon
came back and he had like 14 carries for like 56 yards, and he had 1 catch for 7 yards. He was liking shit on Twitter that's just throwing shade on the Jets. Typical Le'Veon.
Yeah.
It's just...
Remember when he was the best back in the league?
Yeah.
He was so nice.
He was, dude. Very patient running back. Anyways,
and now he's a douche.
But the Cardinals look good. You know what I mean? The Kyle Murray doesn't look... he looks like he could be into the MVP form, but like MVP form, that's a lot to talk about. I mean, he has the best receiver in D-Hop, and D-Hop has looked like the best receiver, and Kyle Murray's throwing to him. You love to see it. He's on my fantasy team. He's number 1 in every major category. So shout out D-Hop. Shout out the Cardinals. They're going to win that division. The Rams are the only threat, and the
Seahawks are pretty good.
Oh shit! Oh wow! I jagged that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, but the Rams were at the bottom of it. They still look okay. That Niners team that we thought that went to the Super Bowl is no longer there. That team's going to be the worst.
They're dead last in the division.
They're going to be dead last in the NFC West, and they were just at the Super Bowl. The Rams, they beat the Washington team.
The Washington football teams.
The Rams 30-10. The Rams look good again. We got to see Alex Smith, which was awesome, by the way. Just seeing that 2-year comeback from him, the injury, that was dope. But, was the highlight to me is fucking Aaron Donald is the best player on the defensive side of the football, man. That dude had 4 sacks. He is on pace to break the sack record. He's on pace to have 24 sacks.
He's stupid.
And he looks like... It's crazy because he's only like 6 foot or 5'11".
Yeah, he's like...
But he is a physical specimen, man. He is just like...
Just the way he's built and his hands and everything, all the little intangibles.
And he's so smart.
Every little thing that he does is just... He's just stronger, pound for pound than everybody.
He's so smart.
This much muscle, I know you can't see me right now, but this much muscle on him is stronger than everyone else's this much muscle. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
That's just what it is. I mean, he's unbelievable, like you said.
And so that's like really the only take you can take from that. It's just like good shit for Alex Smith.
Yeah,
but
congrats, Alex. The Rams.
Aaron Donald's better.
Yeah.
Next one, we got the Cowboys-Giants. Cowboys were able to squeak it out on the back of, unfortunately, Dak went down. That's really unfortunate. Travis, you said he's coming back next year with that injury. He broke his ankle, right?
Yeah.
Broke his ankle. Had the surgery, went successful, which is great. You love to hear that. They were able to squeak it out against a really bad Giants team, so I'm sure Dak would have done the same thing. You can't really tell
I don't know.
much.
Andy Dalton had to lead a comeback and get the last 3, and then Dallas's defense had to hold pat to even get that chance. So,
yeah,
Dallas deserved that win. Good for Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, coming in and get that low game winner. I mean, it's undersaid, but Andy Dalton came in and had a game winner drive and scored a field goal. So
I just want to ask you guys, do you think that now, I mean, with that injury, is Jerry Jones going to figure out a way to pay Dak? Or are they going to franchise him, or is he going to go find another team? Because technically he's a free agent after this year.
You know what I think is going to happen?
Unrestricted.
I think because Dak's out, they're going to really pound the ball with Zeke, which is what they're good at doing in Dallas. Whenever they win games is when Zeke is leading the charge. And I think with Andy Dalton at the helm, they're going to do that. They're going to win a bunch of games, maybe even go 8-8, 9-7, win the division. And then there's going to be this big controversy in the offseason whether or not the Cowboys should bring back Dak, and they're not going to.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
I don't think so.
Andy Dalton's statistic. Okay, so Dak before he went out, 14-21, so 66% completion.
Nice math.
0 tutties and 1 pick. 70% QBR. Andy Dalton, 9-11, damn near perfect, 112 yards. No tutties, no picks, so no turnovers there, and 110 QBR. Like, that's pretty good. I think they throw the ball. Andy Dalton has shown me that he can throw the ball well. He was on a bad Bengals team with A.J. Green being out the last 2-3 years, so can't really – there was no receiver there to throw to, bad O-line, bad culture overall. I think he's – that dude that can step into this squadron, like, you
think Andy Dalton might have found a new home and Dak found his way out? Is that what you're kind of saying?
That's what I said that.
Yeah, I think that.
Wow.
I do. I think that another team is going to try. I think that Jerry's going to say, hey, we're just not going to pay you that money, and maybe some other team finds the money to pay Dak. And yeah, I do think Andy Dalton could find that. I think it's like Tanny on the freaking tighties, bro. Same thing, like, dude, the Dolphins were absolutely...
Weird things are happening. I feel it.
Yeah, like, the Dolphins were the Bengals. Like, it's the same team right there. And Tannehill rolled up on the Titans with a good team, a good O-line, good run game, good defense. I mean, okay, The Cowboys don't have the good defense. The Cowboys don't have a good defense, but good O-line, top 5 in the league,
good
and a good run game, and a good receiving core, bro. Oh my God!
Your voice gets all quiet.
I thought the same thing. I was like, "Why did they?"
But really, though, like, no, that's a sarcasm tone. That's like,
no, I feel you.
Wow, like, what? You had a top 5 O-line this whole time. You had one of the best run games. Like,
they're gonna focal point running the ball, and they're gonna win. Like, they're gonna win more games because they're gonna give it to Zeke, and I think Dak's on his way out, 100%.
Next game.
See, I like it.
Seahawks, Vikings. Seahawks, bro, on the backs of Russell Wilson in the 2-minute drill, getting that W, bro. That was a fun game. You could say that the Vikings made the mistake of going for it. It was 4th and 6. No, I'm sorry. 4th and 1 on the 6-yard line. They had 6 yards to go to score a tutty. The Vikings decided to go for it. They were unable to get that conversion for the first down. Seahawks got the stop, and then Russell Wilson drove 94 yards in 1 minute and 47 seconds in Russell Wilson fashion to get the W, bro.
You had to convert 2 4th downs.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, Russ. Yeah, he did, for sure. I mean, 4-down territory. But what are your thoughts on that, Wago? What do you guys think?
I'm going to take the helm on this. In my opinion, this was not a good game, for the Seahawks. I know the Seahawks are 5-0, but it needed a game winner against a Vikings team that's now 1-4. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I know the Vikings are kind of like the Chargers that Daniel mentioned before. They're better than their record shows. But you're fucking 1-4, dude. Like, come on. You know what I mean? And the Seahawks are 5-0, and the Seahawks, in my opinion, the Seahawks had no business winning that game. I thought the Vikings had it, and for them to go for it, they should have. I thought, kind of like the Raiders.
Yeah. They were running the ball well all game.
Yeah, dude. Dalvin had looked unreal. They were running up and down on the Seahawks. I thought, the Seahawks are 5-0, but they're kind of phony to me. I think Russell's been that good that they're 5-0. You know what I mean? Their defense by no means should be 5-0.
Their defense gave up 4 straight 400-yard games to opposing offense. They're literally the worst defense in the NFL.
And if it wasn't for Russell, this team is not even going to be sniffing 5-0.
No.
You better thank God you have fucking Russell Wilson. But guess what? That's not going to hold up later. That's not going to hold up in the playoffs. You can't rely on Russell to be doing that all the time. It's kind of hard to argue that you can't because he has 30 goddamn game winners since he's entered the league in 2012. But at the same time, come on, let's be realistic.
They need to improve. They need to figure out what's going wrong. They need to get their running game going. They need their defense to start making some stops. They can't just rely on Russell Wilson to do this over and over and over.
And DK looks like a true number 1. Tyler Lockett in fantasy, if you guys have him, fucking think about trading him. This guy has taken a back seat to DK, and Russ has seen it too. I mean, Tyler Lockett is still a high commodity, so if you guys can somehow trade him low but high because he's still a big name, try to do it, bro, because DK's Russ's man, bro, and it's kind of hard to argue it because he's looking for him. On both 4 downs, he looked for him. He got him. Good for Russell. He's amazing. We still love him. MVP candidate for sure. But to praise him that much against a team that's 1-4, I think we need to bring the reins back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings have a really good run game. Of course, Dalvin got hurt, and that actually helped the Seahawks tremendously, like to your point. But Madison, even that Madison dude was running very well. I dropped him on fantasy, and I didn't want to. My hopes were to re-pick him up, but like we have a weird waiver wire thing, and I needed another defense. Anyways, they have a really good run game, bro, and they've been doing work on a lot of teams right now. But their defense is just very suspect. They need to pull that together in order for the Seahawks to really get it done this year. But I'm high on them. I really am high on them. I think they can do some work for sure. Last game. The Bills at the Titans. That's going to be tomorrow due to some COVID situations. The Titans, I believe, have that all under wraps right now, so that's good. But yeah, Titans-Bills. We picked that game. We all picked the Bills to win it, or at least to beat out the spread. I'm not sure where it's at. Is that at Tennessee or at?
It's at Tennessee.
It was a pick 'em, I think.
Oh yeah, it was just an even game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Titans are excellent, and so are the Bills, bro. This is like probably the premier matchup of the week, honestly. 2 really good teams. Titans are 4-1,
3-0,
3-0. Apologies, Bills are 4-0. So 4-1. Battle. What?
4-1.
No, Bills are undefeated.
Bills are undefeated.
Battle of the undefeated.
The Bills were matched up with the Steelers last week, and that game got postponed.
No. The Titans were matched up with the
Titans. Yeah, that's the one.
They got postponed.
So Battle of the undefeated is right here, bro. This is a really good game. You got two really good teams. Anything can shake out. That's going to be cool. Let's hop into our predictions for next week.
Let's do it.
All right, we got the Browns at the Steelers. Here's a really good one. Steelers bounce back. They got Big Ben back. They're looking real good. Browns are doing the damn thing. Kept quiet. This is at Steelers. Steelers are projected to win by 3.5. Aaron, you can start this one out, family.
Because I've been doing really good on my picks.
Let's go. You gonna do this, Trav?
I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go with the Steelers. I'm going Steelers. Steelers offense looks unreal. They have TJ Watt. They look good. The Browns have looked great too, but they're gonna meet the steel curtain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard, man. I don't know what I pick, but I will go with the Steelers also. Yeah, I'll go with the Steelers, man. They do look good. I think Tomlin's going to beat out a rookie coach. I just think veteran leadership's going to win it out here. Trav?
I'm going Browns. I don't know if I'm taking necessarily the Browns to win, but by at least a field goal, yeah, I'm going Cleveland.
Nice.
Way to be different.
Next one. We got the 4-1 Bears against the Panthers. Or 3-2. Panthers are projected to win by 2.5. They are playing at home. Travis, you want to start that one?
Yeah, I am going with the Bears. I don't think that Carolina's defense is as good as Chicago's, and I think Chicago now with Nick Foles is better offensively. So that is my thought process on that one. I'm going with the Bears.
I agree with you. I'm also going with the Bears. I think that the Panthers, they're 3-2. But when I watch the Chargers play them, and this is all, it's nice when you have some eyeball tests here. I just didn't think that they were legit. I thought that was a letdown that even the Chargers lost to them, which we are 1-4. So I definitely picked the Bears there. Aaron?
I'm going with the Bears as the Bears. I'm going with the Bears as well. I don't trust Carolina's offense too much, and I think Khalil Mack proved that he is a difference. The Bears secondary is obviously going to be better with that pass rush. Yeah. Teddy Bridgewater, he had 300 yards last week, 2 touchdowns. There's no way in hell he has another 300-yard game against the Bears.
Yeah, facts. No way. Next one. Packers at Bucks. The Bucks are projected to lose by 1.5.
I'll take this one for sure. Packers. Oh, Packers, bro. Aaron Rodgers. I said this earlier. Travis swallowed the pill and he took the L on it, but I've been high on Aaron Rodgers. This guy's having an MVP year. I told Daniel this stat, and it was kind of crazy stat. They per throws, like every throw, they can conduct if it's interceptable or not, or if it could be turnover. Aaron Rodgers has 0 throws this season that could have been a turnover or considered could have been a turnover. 0. He has the highest quarterback rating. He hasn't thrown a pick yet. The next closest is Russell Wilson with 3. So I think Aaron Rodgers is the real deal. The Bucks looked very suspect against the Bears. The Packers have Aaron Jones. They got it all going. I love the Packers.
Travis?
I'm going with terrific Tom. I don't think Tom's going to lose 2 games in a row. I think the Bucks have a better defense than Green Bay. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is lighting it up, but I'm going to go out on a limb and for my upset, take Tampa Bay.
Nice. Hopefully you fucking lose it.
I mean, Travis, I don't know, bro. I feel like that's... I feel you and I respect it, but like...
Is it that big of an upset?
Who's the one?
It's 1.5. It's not a big upset.
No.
Upset Green Bay's favored.
I just always, like... Again, another thing, and I could just go off of what I've seen. Like, I saw Jay Herbert light up that defense on the Bucks too, and like, do I think A-Rod's better than Jay Herbert? Yeah, absolutely. So, I think the Packers roll him by like a touchdown and a half. Really, truly, I do. That's kind of weird, but it's just you don't have Belichick anymore, bro. So, I think they take that L. Next one, final one, Chiefs at Bills.
We got 2 more.
Oh, sorry, Jesus. Chiefs at Bills, the final one, except for one more after that. Chiefs at Bills is the pick'em, so it's even. It is at the Bills. Here's a really good game. Who wants to start this one?
Patrick Mahomes ain't losing 2 games in a row. I'm going Chiefs.
That's nice.
Go ahead, Dan.
I agree with you, bro, and I said this too. It's if the Raiders wouldn't have snuck up and beat them, I think the Bills would have squeaked this one out, but the Chiefs are now butthurt. They're going to take the W on this route.
God, I want to be different, but it's hard to argue with Mahomes losing 2. There's no way. I think the Chiefs beat the Bills, and it's at the Bills, but, I don't that doesn't mean really shit in this day and age.
Yeah. In this environment, huh? No fans. Or are they doing something now, like 10%, 20%? Some
ain't shit.
I know, right? All right, last one. This is kind of a clunker, but we threw it on there because there wasn't any other good game. Cardinals at Cowboys. Cowboys projected to lose by 3 at home. Are we sure that's right?
That's right.
I mean, I'll go ahead and start. I think the Cowboys are going to not only beat that spread, but win the game.
No way, dude. The Cardinals win that. Yeah, I'm going Cardinals, bro. I love Kyle Murray. I love D-Hop. Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from, and that's a good upset to pick.
Yeah.
And Travis picked it as well. I'm glad I'm different. I'm going with the Cardinals. I'm going with Kyle Murray.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going Cowboys. I think that the Cowboys offense is going to be revolving around giving Zeke the ball, and I think that's going to be better for him in the long run. And the Cowboys will rally and beat the Arizona Cardinals.
There it is. All right, what's the next thing? Are we doing sporting events for baseball, or are we just playing games? Are you trying to go?
You're the baseball guy.
You're the baseball head. Do you want to give us the quick rundown?
All right, I'll just do a quick one of the playoffs. So the Rays beat the Yankees to make it to the next the finals of the American League.
Isn't the Rays salary like their whole $28 million, like the whole roster?
I don't know about 28.
Oh, wow.
No, the entire roster is $28 million. Their highest paid player makes like 15.
I don't know about that, but the Rays has had the Yankees number all year. They're 8-2 against the Yankees in a regular season. The Rays are up 2-0 on the Houston Astros right now. So
is that a surprise? Because I feel like the Yankees are better than the Stros, right? Or no?
No, it's not a surprise just because the Rays had the Yankees number all year. So I'm not surprised that they beat the Yankees in 5. It went 5, but the Rays look good, bro. They have a bunch of no names. Manny Margot had literally one home run in the regular season. He's had 2 in the offseason or in the postseason, and he had one. Was it tonight or last night? He had a solo shot to literally take the 2-1 lead and take the 2-0 lead in the series. The Braves just handled the Dodgers. It was a pitcher duel. It was 1-1 forever, both of them on solo shots, and then the Braves broke it open in the 9th inning. So the Braves up on the Dodgers 1-0. The Braves are undefeated in the playoffs still. They are 7-0 in the playoffs. They swept the first team. They swept the second team. The Dodgers just lost for the first time in 3 weeks because they were undefeated as well. So very exciting National League series. And American League, not as much. I fully anticipate the Rays going to the World Series. But I truly believe that anyone that's coming out of the National League, whether it's the Braves or the Dodgers, is going to win it. And with the Dodgers losing Game 1 with Bauer, I think the Braves have the leg up, obviously being 1-0, but the Braves offense is absolutely dangerous. Freddie Freeman is the National League MVP in my opinion, over Manny Machado, over Tatis, over everyone. Freddie Freeman has been unreal. I think the Braves win the World Series.
Nice. Me and Travis can't rebuttal that, but Travis, if he could, he'd say, I want the Dodgers to win, and I don't really know why. And that's it. Trav, just kidding.
Yeah, dude, that's exactly what my thought process was. You read my mind.
What were you going to say, Trav? Go.
I mean, it's a 7-game series.
Yeah, it's so early, right?
Braves took Game 1. The star power, top to bottom, that the Dodgers have is like, it would be great if Atlanta could beat them like for everyone else, but as a Dodger fan, it'd be probably pretty surprising if Atlanta beat the Dodgers in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I don't know too much about baseball right now, unfortunately, either. But, yeah, Freddie Freeman, he's been the best player in the National League this year. Ronald Acuna is really nice. And they've got some good pitching as well, I think they had 2 shutouts in the playoffs already, which is more than anybody. They had 2 shutouts last series. That's good. So they've got good pitching. They got some good hitting. Top to bottom, the Dodgers have the most talented lineup. That's evident, bro. And they're going to be good for the next half a century at least. That's just factual.
Century, still 50 years?
Half of a decade? God dang it.
Be good for 50
probably half a century, honestly. You got Magic Johnson at the helm now. Let's go. half a decade at least, and I just heard that on a podcast, so I was trying to sound smart, but half a decade.
You ended up looking pretty stupid.
And then I blew it with the century route.
Are you surprised? Not.
Yeah, right?
All right.
No,
well, hey, I'm done with sports, dude. Let's
Okay,
play
cool.
games.
Fine, jeez.
What more did you have to say, Daniel?
I don't know. I feel like I was spitting facts.
Okay.
Go ahead with your game. Go.
I have one and you have one. Aaron, do you want to go?
Hey, I like that. I like that. All right, my first game.
We got to get a jingle to go in the background while we play, Chris.
Mine are relatively quick. I have dos. No, I'm just gonna do one.
Let's do it.
I'm just gonna do one. All right, it's relatively easy. It's NBA career final leaders.
We're all playing, right? Chris, too?
Yeah, Chris can absolutely.
Chris,
jump
you
in
got
if
a
want
mic?
to.
Yeah, I got a mic.
Oh, okay.
So you guys get 3 strikes. You guys get no hints. Straight up, 3 strikes, no hints. You guys can do it collectively as a team.
As a unit, boom.
As a team, I'll give you the team. Top 10 for steals
In
in
playoffs?
NBA Finals history.
Like, so per player, so LeBron's overall finals appearances or in a single game?
Nope, single career. I said NBA career leaders in finals.
Individual
steals.
for
Well,
career.
LeBron's been in 55 finals games, so I think it's cool if we say him, right?
Yeah, I do.
LeBron is number 2 with 93 steals.
Chris, let us know if you disagree with me or Daniel on anything, okay?
You guys got it.
I figured we were the experts on this one. I'm going to go ahead and say Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Agreed.
Michael Jordan is number 6 with 62.
I kind of want to say Scotty.
Yeah, I was going to say Scotty. I was going to agree.
Scottie Pippen is number 3 with
Yeesh.
67.
I also want to say Jerry West because he's been in 10. Or do you think that's too far back? What about Bill Russell, too? Do you want to go with one of those guys?
Yes, I want to go with Bill.
Let's go with Bill.
Bill Russell's not on the list.
Damn it.
Rats. He's probably too old.
He's not even in top 20.
Oh, Tim Duncan's on there for sure, dude.
Yeah? All right. Timmy.
Timmy.
Tim Duncan is not on the list. He's not even top 20.
This is a hard list. Steals? I would never think.
All right, we need our hints.
Yeah.
Oh, no hints.
Oh,
You
no.
said no hints?
I said no. If you want to give me, I'll give you
that's
guys one hint.
Okay. We'll take it. We're not going to be sad about it.
what about Kobe Bryant, dude?
Yeah.
4 of them played for the Lakers.
No. Okay, Kobe.
Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant, number 4.
Do you think Magic's there?
No, I don't.
You don't?
What about Kareem? Kareem's been in a lot of finals. Do you want to go that route, or do you want to go the route of Robert Horry? Because I kind of want to go the route of Robert Horry.
Yeah, I do want to go the route.
Robert Horry, number 9.
Yeah, nice. So 2 more Lake shows?
I want to say Jerry West.
Okay, let's do it.
Are you sure? Chris, you have something to say? I saw you raise your hand.
No,
Like
no.
you want me to pick on you. Chris.
Chris, feel free to Google it for
Nope,
us.
Jerry West is
We
not
didn't
on there.
confirm
Number
Jerry
1.
West.
Yes, you did.
We did. Let's just
Did
take
we?
B off.
Number 1 was Magic Johnson.
No way.
I said Magic.
Why didn't you say anything,
You literally
Daniel?
said you're going to leave.
Yeah,
I was saying Magic
Didn't I
Johnson.
say Magic?
No, I was like Magic Johnson. Daniel's like, no, dude.
Travis, you're
We'll
an
just
asshole.
re-listen to the podcast later.
Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson's number 1,
That's
and he's
nuts.
the only person with triple digits.
I'm very
No way.
upset.
102.
I'm so upset.
The next is
impressive.
LeBron at 93. The next is Scottie Pippen at 67. Then it's Kobe Bryant. Number 5, Larry Bird.
Ew.
I don't know
Bro,
how
I
you
was
guys
thinking
didn't- I
Larry
don't know how
Bird
you guys didn't say Larry Bird.
too. That's all in hindsight.
Number
I can't
6,
talk
Michael
smack.
Jordan. Number 7, Michael Cooper.
That would have been smart.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, dude, somebody got to get Cooper.
Well, I would have guessed James Worthy over him.
Number 8, D Wade.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
that's actually quite
He's been to
impressive.
5 finals. 5 finals appearances, and he's up there.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. He was 53. Number 9, Robert Horry was tied with Draymond
Oh, wow.
with 49.
shit.
And then it was Dennis Johnson and then Kareem. And then Derek Fisher was actually tied with Kareem at 45. But that's it. Steph Curry was even in the top 15. But, yeah, you guys should have bet on that one.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but
Very
it's
happy
very
about that.
random.
That was tough, yeah.
That was a tough
That
one.
was
Because no
not
one
bad.
ever, like, no, it just is because, like, no one ever talks about that. You
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
It's kind of hiding there. But I like it.
I
Nice
got
for
one.
them.
All right, I have a game. Daniel might know of this game because I'm totally copying it off of Mason in Ireland. Chris, you can play. Has nothing to do with sports. This is what it is. It's called Rapid Fire. All right? I'm going to say something super random, like say colors, right? This is just an example. You're going to say a color. You're going to keep going around the circle. You only have 2 seconds to answer if you can't think of a color, or you repeat something that somebody else said. You have a strike. 2
Boom.
strikes, you're out. The last person standing wins. And I'm playing too. because like I can.
You know them all, so you probably wrote
Okay, but
20
like
down.
I didn't
You're
write
not-
any down, Daniel.
Well, you probably wrote them.
All right,
in your
fine. Do
head.
you want me to not play?
No, I want
Then
you to
shut
play.
up.
I want you
Thank
to play for fun.
Okay. Jesus.
All right, let's do
you
it.
understand, Aaron?
Say color in 2 seconds.
No, but not necessarily color. Like I'm just gonna say a random like category.
Like he was just giving you that as an example. It could be
Chris,
like
do you
a
understand the
car,
game?
Like you
It's
know,
like a drinking game too.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Categories.
It's like a drinking game. Okay.
yeah, categories. That's
Categories
what it
and
is.
fucking yeah.
Okay. So Aaron,
yeah.
you could go ahead and start. We're gonna say states.
California,
Missouri,
Chris,
Alabama,
Ohio,
Kansas,
Louisiana,
Maine,
Florida,
Montana,
South Dakota.
New Jersey.
North Dakota.
Alaska.
Oh, Wyoming. Sorry, I forgot.
You gotta
my-
keep a track where
Ohio.
you're at. Oh, you already said Ohio. You're out, dude.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay.
what
so
are you doing, Trav? You're up.
No, we're going on the
it's-
next category.
You go next category because you got
Oh, shoot.
Here we
Okay,
go.
cool.
This might be a little bit harder for Chris, so we'll give him a little bit extra time. Starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Ryan Tannehill.
Justin Herbert. Jesus.
Is me Joe Flacco? I don't know.
Oh,
He
is?
did
He is starting. Nice.
Kyle Allen.
Oh, Tom Brady.
Kyler Murray.
I have no. Well, Russell Westbrook.
Wilson.
We'll give you that.
We'll give it to him.
Nailed it.
that guy.
Patrick Mahomes.
Aaron Rodgers.
Drew Brees.
Chris is out. He gave us
Wait, so like it's the first loser? Like there's no winner, but like first loser?
No, the last person. So Chris is not playing anymore. It's just us three now because he has 2 strikes.
Oh, so first person 3 strikes.
Oh, got it. All right, nice, fun.
So you have 2 strikes in your out? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Characters in The Office.
Oh God.
Pam.
Dwight.
Michael Scott.
Fuck.
That's it.
God.
Hey, thank God 'cause I had nobody.
Dude, I should have. I don't even have one right now, dude.
Yeah, what?
Toby.
Callie.
Jim.
I should have said Callie.
It's so hard when it's like your turn and
I
you
know.
just get put on the
I
spot.
got
Or
it.
if you think of something beforehand. All right. So me and Daniel have no strikes. Aaron has 1.
Great.
And Chris has been out.
Why do you get to go first every time?
I don't go first ever. You want me to go first?
You've gone first every single.
You've
No,
gone
no,
first every
he's
single
made
time,
you.
I've gone
Aaron.
first.
Here, give it to me then.
All
I
right.
guess.
AFC teams.
Chargers,
Chiefs.
Titans,
Raiders,
Bengals.
Jaguars,
Baltimore,
Colts.
Steelers,
Texans.
Cleveland.
Colts.
I said Colts, Aaron. That's your second out.
Oh my God, Aaron saved by the bell.
Yes.
I was screwed, bro. I had nobody. All right, what do we got?
No way.
We're going heads up, baby. Wait,
up.
should Aaron read it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I just wrote down the categories. Aaron, do you want to come up with a
No,
category?
it's-
No, but Aaron could read. Okay, never mind.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just being extra.
I was going to say all time, whoever's won an NBA MVP.
NBA MVP. Okay, let's do it.
Go.
KD,
LeBron James.
Kobe Bryant, 2-4.
Michael Jordan.
Esteban Nash.
Tim Duncan.
Oh,
Just answer the question, not like an idiot.
I'm out.
That's 3 seconds, dude.
Yeah.
There's
I know, I just wasn't thinking.
thinking. All right, so I'm going to take the dub.
No, it's one
That's
strike.
one. That's one.
we
strike.
have one more.
Oh, okay. God, I'm so mad.
Oh,
about
we can
this.
tie it up.
Yeah, we could tie it up. Ready?
Oh boy. Okay.
Marvel movies.
Oh, you're gonna lose this one. Travis got this.
Go,
I think I took it out. The Avengers 1.
The Avengers 2.
What? No, you gotta
What?
say Age of Ultron or something.
All right, Age of Ultron.
Avengers 3, Age of Ultron 2.
God, I hate
Is that really the best you could do?
Hulk?
Thor.
The Hulk?
It's too late now.
Thor?
No,
There's 30 of them, dude. You couldn't. You've
All right,
seen them all.
I just.
Panther,
You've
could've-
seen them all.
Ah, I'm sorry.
I know, but I just wasn't gonna,
Spider-Man,
I wasn't
fuck
gonna
me,
win
dude.
that against Travis. Like that was all you.
That was
bro.
also true. You picked very categories that are very subject to shit that you know, Travis.
Okay, AFC teams. Do we not know AFC teams? Okay,
Apparently-
The Office was pretty geared towards me. I get
Oh,
that.
and the MVPs, of course, you know shit like that.
You want to
Oh,
redo
sorry.
that round?
I'm
yeah,
mad.
you know what, Chris? You pick a category so that way me and
right.
Daniel can redo
Go ahead,
it.
Chris.
All right,
I like it.
You know what?
Pick something hard,
I'm a
Chris.
little annoyed. I
Next
don't want
week
to finish
I'm
off
playing
that.
categories and I'm picking
I'm
my.
picking
All right, Chris, pick a
Fucking
category.
No, that was a fun game though. That was
We're
fun.
not done. Put
I'm
your
doing,
headphones
I'm
on.
doing categories next
I
week.
am done. I lost. It's all good. We'll run it next week. That was good though. I liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
God, Fat L.
But we're
I
playing
won.
that. That was a fun game.
I'm
I
playing
like
that
that
next
game.
week.
That was a good game.
Thank you.
That was cool. Good. Thank you for picking that one, Trav. Anything else we want to add? We got a shout out at Chris at Copy and Steal.
It's not at Chris.
No, I know. at Copy and Fernan Steele. I think I said it right this time.
You got it.
The email's at gmail.com.
That ended up being right. Good guess.
No, that ended up being right. I remember that from last week as well. But big shout out, bro. He's got us on YouTube now, which is super
Shout
dope.
out our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel now. Daniel has a TikTok for us for some reason.
I've been having that.
But on Twitter, anyone who follows us, if you guys give us a retweet. Shout out last week, we had a lot of people. Danny Villanueva.
Yeah.
Dude, we had a lot of people retweet.
No, David.
Oh, David. I said Danny.
Danny
Sorry, Billy.
I think there is a Danny Villanueva, though.
But
That
hey,
sounds
Billy,
right.
I feel you. But dude, we had a lot of people shout us out, so that's awesome. Keep doing it. And love, if you guys want to get on the pod, dude, we'll have some call-ins, bro. Just let us know, bro. I appreciate everyone that's listening.
Yeah, 100%, man. The YouTube blew up. Blew up. Blew up by our means. We got 72 views. We got 7 likes, no comments, and 14 subscribers. That's
Hey,
kind of
bro,
fire,
I'm
bro.
not mad about it.
Yeah, dude. All up, we got about 110, 120 listeners for this pod, so I'm happy with that, man.
Cool.
Thanks again, Chris, for making it happen, bro. Your stuff is elite, and yeah, I appreciate you. And we'll see y'all next week, 100%.
Lakers on top. See you guys next week.
Hey, later. All right, bye.